here with my co-host Mike. Say hi, Mike.
What's up, everybody?
And today's episode is brought to you by the letter J for jackass. For all of you who are atheists, skeptics, and evolutionists, you, my friend, are the definition of a super jackass. Why? Because you are willfully ignorant of the fact that one, there's a creator. Number two, you're not the creator. You are not God. Anyway, since we got that out the way, that was pretty mean of me, but um, what's
It's
the saying, Mike?
divisive.
You can't let them see you cry or something like that, or what are those jail phrases? I actually do this on purpose, where I'm not nice on purpose. I don't want to be nice, and the reason being is because atheists are really mean, and once we come off as sweet and benevolent and nice, and we come off like kind of like Ray Comfort a little bit. They like to push you around and make you feel like crap and stuff like that. Nah, not over here. Not over here. In the comment section too, that is not your comment section. This is my house. All right. You come to my YouTube channel, you want to talk smack, and you want to make me try and show evidence for my God that I believe in on my YouTube channel, you can go kick rocks. You can piss off my page. I don't care. I know you're
Yeah,
thinking, holy crap.
I share the same exact philosophy.
Yeah, so atheists treat us like that. And then when we go treat atheists like, oh my God, I can't believe they did that. I don't care. I really don't. It's gotten to the point now where you guys want to start going to colleges and start killing us off and stuff like that, man. Forget that. A lot of atheists walk up to me with a 9mm.
yeah,
Oh man.
find out what a real dude, huh?
Yeah. So anyway, the topic for today is boys are looking like sissies and girls are looking like lumberjacks. And
uh,
it's true because the guys today, they're looking so just beautiful. The men are looking as beautiful as the women. They look too cute. Honestly, I'm not even being gay. Like you can't have dudes come in church no more because the dudes are distracting the girls, and then the girls come in and the girls are distracting the other girls. Yes,
you just went there. Yeah, that's so true.
and the girls come in and like their clothes are so tight, like it's like this, like can't nobody pay attention to the word with your booty and your titties out. But this is like a real problem in church, especially people call themselves Christians, and then they always take like the pictures where like he always got to have his bicep showing or something like that, and just all muscular and nasty. Just you see this a lot on social media though. So all right, this is the first thing I want to talk about is Christians or people who call themselves Christians and they post sexy pictures with the Bible verses. Like, dude, don't nobody want to see all that. You got like baby oil dripping off your chest, and like, oh, especially these are the pics that I be seeing Christian men take pictures of themselves in the morning, right? And they'll have no shirt on, just like a little blanket covering their chest, and let's say they got some tattoos or whatever on, and then they'll take a picture like, like what the? That's the first thing you don't brush your teeth, you don't wash up, you just. That's so dirty.
That's gross.
The big girls thirsty behind Jezebel is be liking it, like, oh, God bless you. What?
you, God bless you. No,
Wonder why people you gonna break up somebody's marriage? Stop. But really,
yeah,
for real, I mean, we got a real problem with Christians trying to be Christians and trying to be sexy. You can't be a Christian and be sexy. If you do want to be sexy, go get married and be sexy in front of your spouse, be sexy in front of your husband, be sexy in front of anybody you want. But please don't be sexy at church. It's people who are at church who are in porn addiction. It's people who are at church who, some of them, hey, the church is a hailing place for everybody. Some people at the church are dealing with pedophilia. I know a lot of people don't talk about stuff like that because it's a lot of people in the church who are into porn, and if you're into porn, you're not just into just straight porn. It gets so bad once you get deep into it, you into all types of avenues and different streams of income.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, some people are in all types. You don't know what somebody going through. You want to go and dress that type of way in God's house. God's house. I know everybody says come as you are, and that's a lie. That is a lie. Whoever told you to come as you are, they are lying to you. If you come to my church with pants that look like pantyhose and a shirt that looks like you about to belly dance for Pharaoh, you will not be able to come in.
Put some clothes on, act right, church, and quit trying to feel up on the pastor. Get up out of there.
And that's another thing too. These girls go and they try to confine like in their pastors or whatever because I guess they probably don't have a husband or a father at home, or maybe they do. But the pastor is not your husband, and the pastor is not your dad. He has his own family he got to take care of. Now, if
Yep.
the pastor's single, which most pastors, I mean, if you're a pastor, you shouldn't be single. You should have a wife and kids. That's one of the validations of a bishop. A bishop should be married, the Bible says. I mean, he should be married. But if like, God forbid, let's say the pastor isn't married or whatever, how dare you entice that man of God to sexually? Really? You don't. That pastor could be dealing with pornography. There are pastors who deal with that. Their pastor might be dealing with sexual addiction or some type of lust in his life. And for you as a woman to approach that pastor in a sexual manner or entice him, that's a form of witchcraft. And I know a lot of people they automatically assume that witchcraft is just dabbling with the occult and casting spells on people. But another form of witchcraft is manipulation and mind control. That is witchcraft. And so for
Hmm.
you to use witchcraft or manipulation or psychological mind games so that you can get a pass at the pastor who might be single or who even might have a family. How dare you? That is some real slutty, nasty stuff. And I do not apologize for it. That's some real slutty, nasty, whore stuff. And we got a lot of women in the church who are whores. They just straight whores. They just in there just to be whores. They can't find a good man in the world, so they go to the church and they get a man in the church, but then they corrupt that man because they had sex with him out of marriage. You gotta. I know a lot of
Yep.
these girls. You always
I
talk about
learned that a lot.
Lisa.
I learned that a lot of people. I learned that a lot of people who go to church aren't actually going for the Bible or for Jesus or to be able to what do you call it? Fellowship with brothers and sisters. They go because they don't go because they like church or they like the Bible. They go because they make lots of friends going to church. They can date a lot of people. They can have sex. They can do that. They can go to the movies with a bunch of people.
Right, and Steve Harvey, he was on TBN. I forgot whose show he was on, but if you guys want to learn more about what I'm about to talk about, you can go to exministries.com. G. Craig Lewis has a phenomenal expose on a lot of supposed Christians in the church. And Steve Harvey, he goes on the TBN network, and he says, "Oh, well, I don't really believe in no sex before marriage, but if a woman does want to go out and want to have sex, I think he was on Praise the Lord on TBN. He says, well, if they do want to have sex out of marriage, at least make the man wait 30 to 90 days."
Huh?
What? So what he's saying, I know God said this, but I'm saying, what? And Steve Harvey's a pervert anyway. He's a creep. You can watch his show and he just says some of the most suspect things. Sometimes I be thinking, like, Steve Harvey, you a little sweet.
Oh man.
Wait for him to come out now. He like 40 something now. He can't come out no more.
Not as a Christian? No way.
Well, no, not as a Christian. He can't even come out really as gay, though. I mean, if he did, I mean, he in his 40s. It's too late for him to be gay. People usually start coming out when they like 16 and 18 and 20 or whatever. He done. His career wise, whatever he do now is just for publicity. But anyway, our men are looking like sissy. That's another thing I want to talk about. Our men is just looking way too effeminate. A man is supposed to have a beard. A man is supposed to be manly, act like a man. A man ain't supposed to be looking like an Abercrombie and Finch model. A man ain't supposed to be looking like he modeling for Fruit of the Loom,
Yeah.
modeling for underwear. A man is supposed to act like a man. And I know a lot of people, a lot of people might have that natural beauty to them. Great. But it seems like in our society, men try so hard, or boys, I can't even call them men, they boys. Boys try so hard to look beautiful so they can pull in a woman. And not people don't even know a lot of these times these women gravitate towards these boys because they look just like them. Because women are attracted to or most women, especially now with this gay thing, most women into pornography and stuff anyway. It's a lot more men into pornography than women, but some women are into pornography. Women get into that too. And what happens is pornography is geared to make you selfish. It's geared to make you want to have somebody that's like you. And so when a woman is into pornography, or let's say she has a spirit of lust on her, well, when she sees somebody who looks like her, she's attracted to that because by her lusting and by her programming her brain, right? She programs her brain to want a man that looks like her. Uh, when she sees somebody who looks like her brain is then triggered, right? Or is then what's the word I'm looking for? Is then configured or you know what I'm trying to say? Is then I can't even think of the word, but when she sees a guy who looks like her, it triggers that part of her brain that she's been programming for so long. Like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is it. This is the guy who looks like me. He looks like a girl. That's why a lot of y'all like Justin Bieber. He looks like a little girl. Can't nobody tell me.
He looks like a princess. Are you serious? We got like women and princess. Get out of here with that. Act like a man. Look like a man. Act like a woman. Look like a woman.
Can't nobody
Gender.
tell me Justin Bieber not gay. Can't nobody. As a matter of fact, let me show you guys. Let me show these. Let me show them this picture right here. This is a
That
picture.
androgynous movement. Man. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of that androgynous movement. Oh, we need to make sure that boys and girls growing up, they don't have genders. What? What are you, communist? That's
Man, this
exactly what
right
the
here. This is a picture of Justin Bieber right here, and he's kissing a boy. He a sodomite. He kissing a boy. Come on, y'all. Come on. Here go the evidence right here. He gay, y'all. And this is the same little boy who be going to Hillsong. And that's another. I knew he was sweet when he said, "Oh, I go to Hillsong Church. The pastor looks sweet. The people in the choir look sweet. They all just look gay. Everybody look like they just got some sugar in their tank or something." And I know somebody gonna record this and oh Wayne Filmer, he's a bigot. Well, just in case somebody even does do that, you're a bigot for calling me a bigot. You know how they try and set you up. Oh my gosh, you're so intolerant. You're intolerant of me being intolerant. That's intolerant. Why can't you accept my intolerance? Why can't you stop being a bigot and accept my bigotry?
Yeah.
Accept my bigotry. Accept me. Accept my bigotry. We're not going to accept gay people. We never will accept gay people in Christianity because Jesus Christ has saved so many gay people. There are gay people who are getting saved all over the world, and I'm tired of this gay Christian movement flooding the church with hate and violence and death threats. They're winning people over because people are scared to talk against these people. And really, honestly, I don't have nothing to lose because what's somebody going to do? Make me lose my job? That's not really a problem for me. But but with that being said, like these people are using death threats and fear tactics so they can win people over to their worldview. Where if you do not agree with them, then that means you hate them. First of all, let me tell you this. I'm not even gonna go and say, "Oh, I got a gay friend" or "I got a gay friend." No, none of that matter. Being gay is wrong. Here's this. Here's the ultimate kicker. Being gay is wrong because God says so. And I know a lot. Oh, you can't say that, but either there is a God or there is not a God. If there is a God, we get our rules and our laws and everything from Him. If there is not a God, then we get our laws from men. And because there's a God, and God says what's right and what's wrong, we have to follow what God says. And another reason too, even if there wasn't no God, even if there ain't no God, it ain't nothing fruitful that can come from being gay. Ain't nothing. Being gay is a culture of death. I'm gonna tell y'all some things that's gonna mess y'all up. People don't know when two gay people having sex, one of the men eat the other man's doo doo. They don't want to tell you that in Glee. Come on. They don't tell you that they eat the poo poo.
Stop.
No, because people need. I'm tired. They don't. First of all, you need to know the benefits and the cons of being in anything.
Nobody needs to know that. Oh my gosh.
Secondly, with these gay men doing what they do, sodomizing each other. Sodomize is either oral sex or anal sex, but these gay people doing whatever they do. They haven't told you that from a man doing that to another man, but from him stretching another man's butthole out, you will have what's the word I'm looking for? Leakage from your back.
50 years of anal sex, and look at it. Look at what it does. You tell me that's good for you. Tell me. You tell me. Assert that it's good for you.
Well, people don't know that when you have anal sex over and over and over again, women too, because I know it's a lot. Oh, I don't nobody want to talk of these down low men be watching these porns, and then see this is that whole movement with butts. Everybody like butts, and if a butt is a butt, you're not gonna care if it's a girl butt or a dude butt. It's just gonna be for the taking.
Gross.
If you see a butt on the street, you just gonna take it like pirate gold.
Speaking of pirates.
But they don't even tell you. That's why everybody, because a couple years ago, I mean, I know in the black community, black people, even like, because in my community, black people always been interested in butts. I'm like, why you wouldn't like do that with her butt? Like, don't y'all know what come out of there? Like, people do out of there. Like, why? But now I know that oh, and I'm in a minute. I'm gonna get on who actually is implementing all of these psychological warfare plans onto your kids, and why we're into the type of sex we into now with this anal sex and getting blowjobs and stuff like that. Oh, I don't know. Nobody want to talk about this. Am I getting too real, Mike?
No, keep preaching.
People not gonna hear this in church, bro.
No, they're
They
not.
church, oh, you just gotta love them. You can't say nothing. No, not over here, not up in this piece. We not a 501c. We can say what we want. People don't know that from being gay and having sex, that destroys your anus, and you can't hold you can't hold your bowels. You will destroy your bowel system. Most gay people have to wear Depends, adult diapers. They gotta wear adult diapers because they have been had another man up inside them so many times they can't hold their bowels. Then they got sewage leaking out and they gotta wear Depends. And then they gotta wear spanks and pretend whatever all these other things and G strings and all that stuff because
Stop.
and so you'll be seeing gay men in these stores shopping in the same aisles as the women and stuff like that. But all of that stuff is to hold it all together because it don't even hold together naturally no more. They don't tell you all that. They need to what's the word? They need to play doctor on themselves after so many times of this stuff happening to them because it don't hold together naturally. See, if being gay was natural, how come after a certain amount of times your body wears out if you're gay more than if you was, straight? Like right now, I don't need no Depends. I don't need no Spanx and none of that. Ain't nobody running up inside me. But for them gay fools right there, like they gotta wear Depends and all these other types of things because it destroys your insides. It's a culture of death. Not even mentioning that homosexuals make up 2% of America, but they make up 68% of STDs. 68%.
Yeah.
Meaning like the other like 40 something percent that's like that's left up to the straight people. So they actually um outnumber us when it comes to STDs. But they are less than us. Don't that tell y'all something? It's a culture of death. A, a gay black man has a left he has a lesser life expectancy than a Chinese man who comes over here from overseas. Come on, don't nobody want to talk about this. People don't even know these gay people killing themselves left and right because they don't want to be gay. They just being told they was born this way by the media and by all these other gay people who don't really like themselves. Oh, here's another thing too. Y'all want to know why people really gay? I'm gonna tell y'all. And it's not because they was born that way. And I really don't even know if it's because of sin. I really don't know if people are born into sin and then being gay is a sin. Sure, you might be born gay. I really don't know. But one of the main reasons and one of the main things you see in most homosexuals, they're insecure about themselves. Oh, come on, Mike. Do you know a homosexual right now who's insecure with themselves? I can name like two right off the back of my head who I know. Like I know they don't like themselves. They hate themselves. They think
There's this one homosexual I know of. He's like, dude, 60 years old or something, and he like in his family he always talks weird stuff. He talks about weird stuff like he said that he had like a surgery that made his penis bigger. Why? Why would you talk about that? Why would you want to do something like that? Is it because you're insecure? What's up?
mm. Well, most gay people are gay because they don't like themselves, and so as a form or as a way for them as a way of escapism, look that word up, as a form of escapism, they go and live out the life they want to live or they live out the body or the features they want to have through another gay man. Oh, come on. Why y'all think they making all these beautiful people sing on stage to y'all and do all these modeling things and because oh one of the main reasons why people become gay or they like the same sex is because they really don't like themselves. And so, as a way to escape that reality, they go and they have sex with that person because, in a way, it fills the void in their heart because they try and I guess live out their life through them somehow, some way. All I can say is it comes from being insecure. It comes from being insecure. You don't nobody understand. It's
So
no
what you're saying, this is what you're saying. You're saying they are who they date or have sex with.
yes, yes. They want to be that person because they don't like themselves. Because I don't like myself, because I don't like me, because I don't like the way I look, because I don't like how much I weigh, because I don't like my hair, because I don't like my facial hair or my teeth. I go and get somebody who looks better than me because when I get somebody who looks better than me and I have sex with them, it makes me feel like I am them.
Hmm. It puts you on the same level. When you have sex with somebody, I've noticed when you date or have sex with somebody, it puts you both on the same level. It doesn't matter how ugly or beautiful the other person is or how ugly and beautiful you are. It puts you on the same playing field because you're doing the act with the other person. You chose them out. You searched them out.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you search them out, and a lot of times, people who want somebody who's super attractive or more attracted than them, even straight people, because straight people do the same thing. Oh, she's beautiful. She's so pretty. I want her to be mine. Why? Why? You know. But but the, but the thing. What you say?
This is somebody once told me, dude, because I have this problem sometimes. Actually, throughout my life, I had this problem where a lot of people consider me to be very good looking, and I had such a low self esteem that I didn't notice for a long, long time. But there's people who searched me out, right? They look at me and they're like, man, this guy looks, he's got the right attitude. Maybe he can get the right look. Maybe he can. People still do that to me. And there's this one person one time who told me, well, that's like on par with racism. because you're beautiful and because you do these things, that's as good as saying because you're white or you're black or you're Asian, you're good enough.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, because you're good looking, you can get this kind of job, or you have these type of possibilities open to you because you're good looking or whatever, you know. And also, our society is so hung up on looks. You know, a person in America, they definitely will date an ugly person or whatever, but like, or when I, because ugly people really don't exist. You know, even the ugliest man in the world has a wife. The ugliest man in the world has a wife. You can look this up. He has like some type of disease where he has like mumps or some type of bumps or something like that all over his body. But even he has a wife. So I mean, beauty is basically a form of perception. But one of the reasons also why people don't go for people who they don't think are attractive first is because they think, well, what are my friends going to think? What are people going to think about us when we walk down the street? Blah 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 blah. That's the first thing people think about. What are other people going to think about? Our
Yeah.
culture is so fake, man. It's so fake, and it's gotten to the point. One of the real reasons why gay people are gay is because of insecurity. I'm just saying it like it is, and also homosexuals are not. They're more likely to kill themselves before somebody kills them. There are more homosexuals killing themselves, and they only make up 2%.
How big is that? Do you know how big that percentage is?
I don't know, but I'll look it up. So when we do the next broadcast, or somebody who's watching, I don't feel like doing it, but I'm being lazy right now. But somebody who's watching, look up their percentile or whatever. Do what you want to do. But and even there could be somebody who's struggling with gay desires, or somebody who is gay, like right now, watching this program. And to you, I want to tell you, number one, you're not ugly. There is nothing wrong with you. You are perfectly fine just the way you are. You do not have to go and live out your life through another man, or if you're a woman, you don't have to live out your life through another woman because you don't like you. You look completely fine just the way you are. There's nothing wrong with you. The only thing that's wrong with you is that you think there's something wrong with you. And I'm not trying to be a motivational speaker or nothing like that. But I'm just saying that the minute you open up that door of insecurity, it opens up opportunities for people who prey on people like you so they can use you. Notice how these gay men, they more gay people, not just gay men, but just the homosexual um community as a whole, they have more spouses than straight people. They have some of them have over 123 spouses a year.
Dude, no. I have a second cousin who's gay, and he says he told my mom, him and my mom were best friends growing up, and she told him, no, he told her that some gay men have up to 1,000 partners because they have random, mysterious sex parties.
Yes, yes, they do. And I'll get into that when we're not on this broadcast. But um,
Out of the mouth of the gay man. Out of the mouth of the gay man. I didn't
yeah,
claim that, he did.
yeah. And they have these random because it's nothing but insecure men who are preying on other insecure men, literally. And so what these people do? Notice gay people, they have so many partners and stuff like that. And what will happen is most older gay men go for the younger gay men, right? Because they don't like themselves. I'm old, I'm nasty, I'm fat. So what am I going to do? I'm going to get a 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22-year-old boy who looks a lot better than me, who's stronger than me. And I'm going to go and I'm going to have sex with him because it'll make me feel young again, right? Right?
Yeah, and this is probably an argument point a lot of people are going to have, especially little atheists who lie about things like this. It's more common in the gay community for these things to happen, for them to target younger people, for them to go to gigantic orgy sex parties. It's much more common for the gay community, much more common. It's not like, oh, every other straight person's going to do this. No, they don't. I don't go out and have random sex parties. I don't go out and target young girls or whatever. It's like 50-year-old gay men who go to these orgies, 50-year-old gay men who target these 16, 17, 18-year-old boys, and it's a regular occurrence. It's not like, I don't know. It's not around every other. I don't know. You get what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. Basically, it's the norm. It's the norm. If you are gay, most likely, more than likely, I'm gonna say if you're over the age of like 28 and you're gay, most likely if you're having sex with your partner, they're probably younger than you, most likely. Because
Statistically,
the older they get, they want to get younger boys because they don't like themselves. And the problem is, if you are gay and you are watching this and you think what I'm saying is true, I'm not trying to bash you. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm telling you that the reason you're going out having sex with random men is because you already feel bad. I don't do anything because you were hurt before you even heard me speak. Oh, don't nobody want to hear this. You was hurt before words even came out my mouth because, oh, should I keep? Should I? I'm about to be done. I'm about to be done. I'm about to be. Ain't nobody ready for this. I'm about to be done. But if you are gay, watch out because there are other men who are older than you. I mean, other men who are younger than you. Because the younger men they prey on the older men because they know they got money. Oh, come on. Oh, don't. It's not all about love. It's about one man using another man for their pleasure. And when I say pleasure, I'm not even talking about sex. They can use you for your stuff. They can use you for your car. And so even all right. So where I work at, I'm not even going to disclose that, but where I work at, there are a lot of gay people who have partners who are younger than them. I've witnessed this. And then they'll have random men come visit them. But every time somebody visits them, it's like somebody new. But they're all gay, but like you know what I mean? Like they random men all gay visiting another gay man, but then they never come back again, ever. You never see them again, ever. Come on. Like they don't got gay prostitutes. Come on. You think somebody can go on like one of these back pages and get something? They can. But we going well this is kind of on topic for our topic anyway. But if you are gay, the reason you are gay, and you know it's true. The reason why you are the way you are, number one, is because you're insecure about yourself, and so you try and live out your insecurity through somebody else who looks better than you. But little do we know that every person who we think looks better than us, because there's somebody who looks better than me, there's somebody who looks better than you, Mike, but we forget that every person who looks better than us, they all deal with their own insecurities too. So you can't go if you're gay. You can't go and you can't put your hope and your faith in another dude because they feel just as bad as you do sometimes. That's why the Bible tells us not to put our trust in a man or a woman. You put our trust in God because God never lets us down. And God never feels bad about himself. God never feels insecure. God doesn't need your praise or your worship or your admiration. God is doing fine just on his own. God loves himself. And God is never feeling down, stuck in the mud about himself. If anything, God feels bad for you, but God never feels bad for him. He's God. He doesn't need your praise. He don't need you. He wants you. And at the end of the day, if you are gay, if you are watching this, number one, just talk to God and tell God about your insecurity. You don't have to go and message me and tell me your business or not like that. If you want to, I'll talk to you. We can do it completely anonymous. I won't put your business out there or whatever on this hangout or another hangout. It'll just be me and you. But if you are gay, number one, the reason why you are gay is because you're insecure about yourself. So you really gotta talk to the Lord about that and ask for the Lord to just walk you through that and just show you, well, Dad, where did these insecurities come from? Because I'm gonna tell you this: a lot of insecurity that many people have come from their childhood, and it comes from people saying things like "you're ugly." It comes from things like you liking a girl and the girl doesn't like you back. Well, you're not my type. Well, I don't like you. I like this boy, right? Right? Because there are straight men who just been they literally been converted, and those men who have been converted, those might be the ones who have insecurity too. But most of the time, it's about insecurities. It's always about insecurity. And the other people who are gay, they prey on the people who are struggling with, well, am I gay? I don't know if I'm gay. And they strike, oh, come on. And I know we're going to have people in the comment section say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about or whatever. But it don't matter to me. You say what you want. Say what you want. But I'm a freaking psychologist. But
who are saying things like, oh, well, you just hate homosexuals and that's why you're saying this. Oh, this is just your opinion. All those facts you just said, they're not true. Yeah, actually they are true. But as far as our opinion goes, don't just go and tell yourself, oh, he just hates homosexuals. No. Don't be offended. Consider it. Consider what we're saying. Don't be offended by what we say. Consider it.
well, all right. So there is a what? All right. So let's say there's a possibility I'm wrong. Whatever. Right. Everybody always assumes that first. But how about you assume, what if I'm right? What if you really are gay for the sheer reason that you don't like yourself? And the reason you don't is maybe it's not even your fault. All right. Go back to your childhood. We're going to deal with this right now. For anybody who is gay, for anybody who knows somebody who is gay or whatever, who's struggling, bro, I want to help these people, man. Bro, because
I got you.
Because we get so caught up in, let's tell them they're going to hell. Let's tell them that, they're the most evilest, vilest, disgusting people ever, and blah blah blah, and whatever. But the thing that we should realize for gay people is that there are gay people who've gotten saved. There are gay people who have became Christians. So you don't have to be stuck that way. You don't have to live that way. I'm just getting into the psychological aspect of it. And if you want to go and if you want to learn more about Christianity and Bible, you're welcome to do it. You guys can email me at dr.fillmore@gmail.com. I'll be glad to talk to you, answer your questions, talk one-on-one with you. I'll probably even have a Google Hangout with you. So, but go back to your childhood and go back to one of your most painful experiences with another child. May it be in school, maybe it was some kid in your neighborhood. Go back to when somebody, said something bad about you, because we've all had something bad said about us. Somebody said you weren't good enough, you weren't tall enough, or maybe you were playing a game and they said, oh, you can't play with these kids. And that right there from your childhood, that opened up the door of wanting affection and wanting attention. We all wanted attention and affection from our peers as a kid, right? Right? And so they say, oh, you're not good enough. You can't play with us. You're a weirdo. You can't do this. You're not tall enough. You're not big enough. You're not strong enough, right? And that opened up the door for us wanting attention and affection. And then maybe some of us didn't even have fathers, right? So our boys who we was hanging around, maybe that was our father figures. Most people get their father figures from TV. They're celebrities or they're some type of musician. Those are their father figures right there, musicians and celebrities.
Or they're gay lovers.
Or they're gay lovers. And so because most gay men don't have that affection or that attention that they should have gotten from a man, what do? Well, I'm going to go out and I'm going to get an older man. He's going to adore me. He's going to give me affection. He's going to give me all the things that my dad should have gave me. Insecurities. It comes from being insecure. That's why a lot of times too, when people talk about things like this and people speak messages like this to gay people in gay communities, and they can speak it with the most loving, tolerable words ever, but they don't want to even let them finish because they know they feel hurt. Like I said, some people was hurt before I even started talking. They just was angry, and it's not because of what I'm saying is wrong. It's because what I'm saying is right. You was hurt before you even turned this broadcast on. I ain't did nothing to you. I don't even know you to hurt you.
There's another aspect to this that we're actually really missing right now, and it's the fact that there's a large portion of homosexual people, lesbian and gay men, lesbian women, gay men, who were sexually assaulted as children by somebody they.
I know a man who he confessed to me, that he was molested by his cousin. I'm not going to disclose his name, but he said he was molested by his cousin, and his cousin molested him, and he started liking it, but it was for the fact that he loved his cousin, not like that, but his cousin was like, he treated him special, and that's what these people do. They prey on little children, and they treat them special, and they give them toys, and they give them candy, and they make them feel like, like they give them the world. And so the child is like, oh, this person really loves me. And then they say, oh, let's take it to the next step. If you really love me, you'll let me do whatever, whatever to you. And
And that's
so,
if permission. Most of the time they don't. They know that what they're doing is wrong and they do it anyway.
right, right, right. And they just allow it to happen. And then they don't want to tell on the person that did it to them because they say, oh, what if I get in trouble? Because they might say I lied. Like something like that is a big accusation to tell to your parents. You don't, a lot of kids don't know how their parents is going to react. And some parents, when their kids tell them that they got molested, they don't listen because there's almost always somebody in the family. Like I just said, the guy who told that to me, he got molested by his cousin.
Yeah, that's what happened to my mom.
Oh my gosh, man. And you'd be surprised how prevalent it is. Number one, most gay people are gay because they're insecure. Number two, most gay people who hook up, they were molested by a man too. Molested people always find each other. I don't care who. Molested people always connect to each other somehow, somebody, especially if they gay, because most gay men. If you look farther back into their childhood, they've been molested, they've been touched by somebody in their family, and so
Yeah.
they go on. What you say?
If you were raised by somebody who was molested, then you're going to be attracted to people who were molested as well. You don't have to be molested. You're raised by them.
And that's like that's another that's another big thing too. You know, molestation, insecurity, and another reason why people could be struggling with this homosexual spirit is because people are just being egged on by other people. Oh, it's cool to be gay. That's not really a large percentile at all. People really aren't gay just to follow the crowd. This ain't nothing where you say, oh, my man's just gay, so I'm gonna be gay too. I'm gonna give him a bro job. Like no, no, like most small, it don't work like that.
Sorry, did you say bro job? Hell,
Bro job. I saw article. I saw article, dude. They doing this now. They say, oh, just because if you give your friend that's a guy like a blowy, like that don't make you gay. Like what?
what? That's like saying if you get a bro job, it doesn't make you gay. No, no, it's gay. You're homosexual. Get out of here with that.
So yeah, a lot of people they doing that now, but they making it so they trying to make it into like a trendy thing, and they trying so hard, but the real men that's straight be like, nah, that ain't right, bro. That ain't right. You like a girl.
Uh, Not cool.
Men is not supposed to be receivers. Men not supposed to be on the receiving end of the bat. Men are supposed to be the the givers, the takers. But with
Mm.
that being said, as a matter of fact, one show that pushes the lesbian homosexual agenda is Empire. A lot of people go, oh Empire, oh Empire, oh Empire. You heard about that show, Mike?
Yeah, of course.
I'm not even playing a clip from that show. That show is just so like, what the heck is? I can't even play a clip on that show. I might have to censor everything. But a lot of people don't know the producers of Empire are gay lovers, black gay lovers. That's why it's always all these gay scenes in Empire. I'm like, wait, why could be showing him kissing him? And it's two gay people made the show, and we don't think it's no agenda.
That's gross.
Shoving this down our throat, basically raping us.
Ideology, yeah.
You're raping me through the TV. I don't want to watch two gay men doing this, and I just.
So if 2% of the population of America accept a big percentage of the gay people, then why are gay people all over the television? It's not
Exactly.
because of television. It's because most of the people who run Hollywood are homosexuals, and they want more homosexuals to be socially accepted.
Well, also you got to remember too, they can't reproduce. So if one generation of homosexuals die out, that's it. They done. So they got what do they have to do? They have to get your kids. Oh, come on. Don't nobody talk. They got to get your kids because how else they're gonna live out or how else are they going to duplicate their image? There you go. Because what they're doing is they're destroying the image of God. And there are some really nice gay people, really nice gay people, really sweet gay people who wouldn't do nothing to nobody. They just want to go live their life, work their 9 to 5, come home. And those gay people are you got my props. You cool people. You still what you're doing is still wrong. You still wrong for that. You still sinning against God in your own body. But you cool people to me. I'm not gonna say so much to you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. But I I gotta do what I gotta do. But then there's that group of gay people who are just militant, angry, everybody who don't think like them, everybody who doesn't say what they want them to say, everybody who even remotely says, well, I don't agree with gay people, but even if you say that, that's not good enough. You have to say what they're doing is right, or else those gay people, those are the ones who are dangerous, and it's dangerous because homosexuality is a culture of death. They hate themselves, and when they go and recruit your children to be gay, your children get those insecurities, and they start molesting your children. People aren't even talking about how most of the gay people who are adopting kids, because they got that attraction to younger boys, so they'll go out and they'll adopt 16, 17, and 18-year-olds. They might not have the intention of even raping them from the beginning, but because they got that attraction to their boy or whatever, they end up raping them and molesting them and touching them.
And then there's the idea of raising kids to be gay with you. Ugh. That's a thing.
Yeah, you raise your kid to be, or they raise their kids to be gay. They don't even give their kids a choice. They don't say, "Oh, you can be gay or straight." But also, basically, in essence, what they're doing, right? What they're doing to the child is what's been done to them, and this is why. A child needs a mother and a father. A child needs a mother so she can implement that soft, feminine love. And I'm not this little man trying to know real feminine love, nourishment, milk. There are some things that a woman can give to a man that a man can never give to a child. I mean, there are some things that a woman can give to a child that a man can never give to a child. There are some things that a man can give to a child that a woman can never give to a child. And that's why we need both. We need both. There are even gay people who are coming, or there are even children of gay people who are coming out saying that that was the worst thing that ever happened to them. They wanted their mom or they wanted their dad, and they never had one. You are destroying children's lives because you're doing to the child what's been done to you by you not having that one parent in your life, right? You're doing the same thing to that child by not having that one parent in their life. Sure, they got a dad now because you didn't have a dad, but now they don't have a mom. And so basically, what you're doing to the child is you're basically holding them hostage. And then, we know that it still takes a woman and a man to make a man today. A man just goes and he takes his semen and put it into a cup, and a woman has the baby, but then the baby is separated from the mom forever. And then we got daddy number two playing like mom, but the child never even gets a chance to meet the mom most of the times. So it's like you've been separated from your mom at birth. Imagine you right now if you do have a mom and a dad. Most of you do. Most of you do have a mom and a dad. Imagine if somebody were to strip you away from your mother or your father from birth just because they want you when you grow up to live the same way they do. Is that really loving? Is that really tolerance? Is that really giving somebody a choice? And you say I'm the bigot? You say I'm hateful? I think I think that's the most heinous, evilest thing you can do. I love my mom to death. I love my mom and my dad, and I can't imagine a person I would be without either of them. I needed my dad so he could be strict, and when I got older, he could put a hurting on me, and I needed my mom to show me that soft side. I needed both. And for somebody to go and say, well, I don't feel as if he needs her mom or she needs her dad or whatever. We're just gonna raise them, and this is gonna be mommy number 2 and daddy number 5.
What you feel versus the reality are two completely different things.
And so for somebody to do that to a child who doesn't have a say, because does the child have a say in whether they want mom or dad? We're not thinking about what the child wants. We're thinking about what these two gay men want. They already
Yeah.
had their life. They whatever their fathers or their mothers did to them, that's too bad. That's too late. You got to get over that. You got to forgive them people, move on with your life. A lot of this gay stuff, it comes from unforgiveness and bitterness in your heart towards the people who hurt you, and now you want to go and hurt other people, and then you don't feel good about yourself. Most gay men go over and screw over other gay men because they've been screwed over by their father, and so they all angry at their dad, and they basically taking this anger and through sex, they're trying to cope with this anger through sex like a drug addiction, not even knowing that the real problem, the real reason why they're gay is because they had insecurities in their lives that was seeded or planted in their lives because they didn't have a father, and so they went out and they tried to look for affection in another man other than their dad, because their dad was supposed to be the one who was supposed to install that respect and that character and that security in them. Your father is supposed to do it. Your father is supposed to be the one to teach you how to be a man. Your father is the one who's supposed to be the one to teach you how to tie a tie and how to put on a suit and how to do business.
Yep.
So we have a generation of sissy boys and lumberjack girls. We didn't even get to the lumberjack girls yet, but that's pretty much one of the same problems. The women want to be the men, and the men want to be the women, and the women want to be the men. You know, most women are lesbians just because they hate men. Some man did them dirty, and now they don't want to be with a man ever again, and they just want to go when they it's the same process. Bitterness, unforgiveness, insecurity. They don't like themselves. They want to live out their lives through another woman, right? And they want to basically do what another man or a woman did to them. They want to hurt them, and so they take out their anger with sex, thinking that sex with this lady or this woman is going to help them when it really don't work. Sex, pleasure from sex is temporary. Sex only lasts for like what, like 30 minutes to an hour to 2 hours or whatever. And then it's over with, and now you want to go back to that same person again, and then it come back worse. You don't want to have sex with that one person. You want to have sex with 30, 40, 50 other people. So it comes from insecurity, bitterness, and unforgiveness. You gotta move on. You like 40, 50, 60 now. You gotta move on and forgive them people. Move on with your life.
Even if
Oh,
you're 20,
yeah,
forgive them.
20, whatever. You got 18, whatever happened to you. Them people did what they did to you. It was wrong. Your dad did what he did to you. It was wrong. Some people said you was ugly. Some people said you wasn't good enough. It was wrong. You got to move on past that because you're gonna keep on holding on to this bitterness and unforgiveness either from your childhood or your teen years or even your pre-adulthood or whatever. You're gonna hold on to this stuff forever, worrying about what somebody said about you in the second grade. That person grew up, lived their life. They're probably in the teacups at Disney World, not even worried about you. You gotta
Um,
move on past that, man. And if you are gay, and if you're struggling with this, and you're dealing with this, and you think what I'm saying is right, and if you feel what I'm saying is basically pricking at your heart, and you think what I'm saying is true, I'm not trying to hurt you. You was hurt before you got here. You can email me at dr.fillmore@gmail.com, drfillmore@gmail.com. I'd be glad to talk to you about this some more. I'd be glad to help you guys out. I don't hate you. I love you enough to tell you the truth. And honestly, the secular media don't even talk about stuff like this on TV. Even if they said most gay people got molested, they don't even have to say they're gay because they can just say most gay people got molested. Most gay men got molested. Most gay men got touched. That's all they got to say. But they don't say that. You know why? Because they don't love you. They don't love you. People don't know that homosexuality is a form of population control. And the reason why they're pushing this agenda on black people is because Margaret Sanger said that black people are like weeds. Black people are
it's not just black people, it's everybody. They're pushing the homosexual agenda on everybody.
they're pushing on black people really hard though, man. I ain't never seen this much gay in the black community. I walk outside, I'm like, dude, how you a homo thug? You a thug with all pink on. Like you young thug. How? How?
Yeah.
This is my
You
hubby.
ugh.
That's your what? But so I think this is all the time that we're gonna take talking about this, guys. Thanks for everybody who did tune in and watch this. I know a whole bunch of people will go and share this around and get this out. So, if you are, struggling with this, number one, um, I just I'll be praying for y'all. We ain't got time to close with a prayer or nothing like that. But if you think that what I'm saying was true, get in contact with me. I'll be glad to talk to you about this. Anything you want to say before we close, Mike?
Um, as far as people coming in to, come in just contact you, if you got something hateful, just don't even bother. It's not gonna matter. If you think what we hateful and you're just trying to spread more hate by being hateful to us, cool. That's your opinion, but we don't think it's hateful, and we really don't welcome people who are hateful to us just because we spread our opinion. So I'd say that pretty much blocks out most of the atheists who talk against this. So don't don't
Yeah, well,
comment. Don't.
they're gonna say what they're gonna say. I really don't care at this point, man. I ain't whatever. They're gonna say.
Um, they're just so vitriolic and hateful and stupid. Even
And then
nothing.
also, a lot of atheists to atheists. I don't even want to get into this, but a lot of atheists hate their father. So how much more are they gonna hate their heavenly father? If you don't like earthly instruction and earthly discipline, you're not gonna like a heavenly father telling you not to lie, don't
Hey,
masturbate, don't watch porn. You're not gonna like somebody telling you that. Most atheists are atheists because they want to have sex.
man, do you know how many atheist dudes I know don't have fathers in their lives? Thank God. I don't even know why. I'm like, ooh, what's going on here? But now that I think about it, most of them don't have their fathers in their lives. Most of them don't respect their dads. Most of them never knew their dad.
And so they take that anger that they have for their earthly father and they direct that anger towards their heavenly father because they didn't have a father in life. It comes from insecurity, bitterness, unforgiveness. Three main things: insecurity, bitterness, unforgiveness. You gotta let that stuff go. You gotta move on. Whatever them people did to you, that's too late. But there is good news though. There is a father who loves you. There is a father who's still here who you can talk to every day. There is a father who cares about you. There is a father who gave his only son to die for you. Every time you lied, he didn't lie. Every time you stole, Jesus never stole. Every time you did anything bad, every time you watched porn, every time you lusted, every time you thought about something that you wasn't supposed to think about, every time you were supposed to do something good that you didn't do, Jesus paid for it all. He lived 33 years of being sinless, and then he died on the cross for you. All you have to do, if you want to have a changed life, if you want to live in forgiveness and joy, and you want to have peace in your life, number one, forgive those people, or else God won't forgive you. And then ask God for forgiveness. And if you do that right now, if you, number one, forgive and ask for God's forgiveness through his son, Jesus Christ. Right now, you have become a Christian and you have a new life. Today is your spiritual birthday. It is October 4th, 2015, 2:20 a.m. And if you did that right now, if you have forgiven and if you have let go and you have asked God for forgiveness for all of the anger and the bitterness you've been carrying against your father, against those people who hurt you, against all your enemies and your suppressors and that person who touched you, that person who molested you, that person who did all that evil, terrible things to you, if you let that go, God has forgiven you. And now all you have to do is draw close to God, and God will draw close to you. The Bible says that resist the devil, and the devil will flee from you. If you have a Bible, pick it up and read it. It's one of the most important books in the world. Find out who God is. Find out what God wants for your life. Get a Bible, read it, get a part of a church, and you guys can always contact me with questions, and I'll always give you answers. And I think that's all the time we have. I love you guys if you are gay. I love you if you're not gay, but I just love you enough to tell you the truth. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.